All right. Good day, everyone. It's good to be back here. It's good to be here to shed some light about some things about the tech world. Okay. And people are still joining in. People are still joining in. It's nice. It's nice to be here. You could just drop a chat to let us know where you're joining in from, what city you are in. Maybe we even have some people outside the United Kingdom. You could also share your location as well. It's good to be here. It's good to be here. It's good to be here. All right. We're just going to share some really deep insights. I want us to just, really discuss a lot of really good things today. And you can always drop your questions in the WhatsApp chat group. So you could drop your questions there, and definitely would always respond as well. All right. I also do have my contacts in case you need to reach out to me directly. But we'll also discuss that on today's call. Okay. So you all just get ready. Join this training with open mind and be ready to just explore. And I'll be there to guide you and take you through the entire journey. Okay. So we're just going to go straight to our slides and start to discourse what we have here today. And I do know that some people are still going to be joining us. And we're just going to, let me just see, wait a little bit more. And okay, see if a few more people can join in. And yes. Okay, all right, fantastic. So please keep make it interactive, and let's get ready. You could even have your notepad and pen if you can. All right. Okay, I think we can go ahead now. So we're going to be talking about transitioning into the IT or tech industry. And by the way, my name is Oladipo Gbolahan, but a lot of people call me Coach Oladipo. So I'm fine with that. So you just say Coach Oladipo, then it's fine. It's fantastic. All right. A little bit about myself. I am a tech leader based in the United Kingdom, over 15 years experience in the industry, including about 10 years or more in product management and ownership. So I have cut across fintech, healthcare, telecoms, construction, transportation, e-commerce, and so much more. Worked in IntelliCentrics, IntoSwitch, Paga, eTransact, and even did a lot of projects as well with GOA groups, Maven as well, and a lot of things in the background too. I have also done projects in the UK, United States, Canada, and Africa. I'm a certified product manager, Scrum Master, Agile coach, also a certified product trainer, and I do apply agile principles for organizations and help them with strategic shift from waterfall to agile. And I'm also an apprenticeship lecturer with a foremost organization in the United Kingdom, and also the lead consultant at 100 Degrees Global, where I'm passionate about mentoring and equipping future tech professionals. All right. So that's enough about myself. I'm not here for me. I am here for you. So let's discuss. Let's talk about, the topic of the day, transitioning into IT and tech. So I know a lot of us are on this call because in a way we do want to get maybe higher pay. We do want to have more flexible options. I know a lot of us in the UK, we talk about childcare, childcare, childcare. All right. If that's you, give thumbs up on the chat. Thumbs up, thumbs up. So emojis. All right. All right. I know a lot of people just talk about I need that flexibility. Because of the kids, childcare. I would love a remote job. I would love hybrid, go to the office once in a while, once a month, and all of that. Yes. So the IT tech industry actually gives you this kind of opportunities where you can have a fantastic pay, and you can also do have that remote or hybrid options. Okay, and the thing is, the tech industry also has the no code options where you don't really need to write code. You don't need to do programming language, all those Java, SQL, all those things. Python, C sharp, .NET. No, there are some roles in IT that do not have all of this. Even all those maths. I know some people do not like mathematics, so they don't want to do anything that has to do with all those calculations and all. Yeah, there are a lot of roles in tech today that do not do that, and we'll be talking about the no code parts, tech parts that you can actually venture into. All right, and if you notice, it's tech is in demand. Tech has always been in demand. It will always be in demand, and it will never run out. All right, I usually tell people that there are two sectors in this world that would always continue to be in demand. Number one, tech. Number two, healthcare. Tech and healthcare. Those are like the top two. But guess what? The reason why tech is still number one is healthcare uses tech. Healthcare uses tech. So everyone needs tech. All right. So, yes, healthcare, tech. Let's go ahead. So, what are no code tech roles? These are tech roles that do not require programming skills. You would focus on problem solving, communication, coordination, and decision making. All right, just like I explained before. So, you don't really need to learn how to code and so on and so forth. All right. I also talked about remote and hybrid opportunities. So, let me just break it down a little bit. Um, because some people might not understand what remote is and hybrid, so I'm trying to just make sure I break things down and make it clearer. So remote is you can work from anywhere. All right, you can work from anywhere. Common in tech companies globally, you can work from anywhere. I have even seen some people work from Nigeria, and they're working for an international company. All right, earning dollars. All right, you could also be anywhere. You could also be in the United Kingdom and you're working from home in the United Kingdom. You do not go into a building or into the office. You work from home. Then we also have hybrid. So some office days and some remote days offers flexibility. So that is simple to understand, that you would go into the office sometimes, but you would work at home the other days. So you see some companies in the job advert, they will tell you 2 days in the office, 3 days in the office. I've even seen some once in the office in a month. So in a whole month, you just have to come to the office just once, all right? And so on and so forth. There was one I even saw. They said once every 6 months. So that means in the whole year, you just go into the office twice. Doesn't that sound lovely? All right. You just work from home and work-life balance at its best. But some people do tell me that working from home is a scam. That sometimes you do not have work hours. You could just, work after 5 or work. But yeah, but what I just see there is this gives you flexibility, just like we have on the screen. Flexibility. So you can actually manage how you plan to do your work. The main thing is being able to deliver what you've been asked to do, being able to deliver on time. All right. So many companies in the UK offer remote or hybrid roles for scrum masters, product managers, product owners, project managers, UX designers, and so on and so forth. But some of these courses here are like the no code courses or career paths in tech that I would be talking about today. So let's talk about the Scrum Master. All right. How many of you have heard about the Scrum Master role before? Well, some people have, and some people have not. And we'll be talking about it. So the Scrum Master facilitates agile ceremonies, daily stand-up, sprint planning, and so on and so forth. All right. So before we even go through, just see the Scrum Master like a football coach. All right. So for all the football fans that are listening to this, that are here right now, just imagine. I'm not fully a football fan anymore. I'm not. I don't follow as much anymore, and I'm really trying to catch up now. All right. So please, for those that do not really watch football, don't feel like you won't understand what I'm going to say next. All right. Don't worry, you will. I know we've all heard, and we all know that there's a football coach right there for every football team. Okay. If you notice, that football coach does not play on the field, but is usually at the bench. But guess what? Even though the football coach is sitting there at the bench, he's the one doing all the planning, knowing the strategy to win the match, understanding the formation to use, knowing who the goalkeeper should be, the back, the defenders, the strikers, midfielders. He does all of that. If the football coach doesn't do all of this and doesn't get all this strategy in place, then there's a possibility that the whole team is just going to be a mess and they're going to lose that match. All right. So, yes, you see, that's a lot of work to be done. So, the Scrum Master, in the sense, works with developers to get them aligned to work and complete tasks that have been given to them in due time. All right. So that's your job. So you need to understand, you need all the people skill, communication skills. You also need to know how to resolve conflict. So conflict management as well, that leadership skill needs to be there as well. Being able to help people resolve issues and bring out the best in them. So I want you to always do this. Every single time you hear the word, the role, the job role, Scrum Master, just try to understand what a football coach does. If you understand what a football coach does, believe me, you already know what a scrum master does. All right. So the scrum master removes blockers and improves team efficiency. In the United Kingdom, the average salary you will get for a scrum master is £50,000 to £70,000. Remember, that's average. That's average. Okay, average. All right. I've seen some job roles that are £45,000, and yes, I have seen some job roles that are like 80,000, 90,000, 100,000, or even 120,000. Okay. Yes. Yes, I have. All right. And now you might be wondering that, wow, I've never done this before. How do I get in? We're still going to talk about that later when we start to talk about experience and how to get into the job market and everything. We're going to get there. The next role is the product owner role. This is one of the roles that I really love. All right. So the product owner works with stakeholders to define what the team should build, what the team builds. All right. Remember, I told you earlier on when we were on Scrum Master that the Scrum Master works with the developers to build the tasks, the things that they've been asked to build. So this building that we're talking about is softwares, mobile app, e-commerce, web portals, things like that. Okay, so that's what they're building. All right, but now who brings that work to the team? What brings that work? It's the product owner. So the product owner, it brings in all of that work. So it works with the stakeholders to define what the team should build, manages the product backlog and priorities. Okay, is the product owner that says, okay, we're going to build Instagram today. After Instagram, we were going to build Facebook. After Facebook, we're going to build WhatsApp, So all of those beautiful products that you're using today, okay, those fancy Instagram, Facebook, yes, they come they come from the product owner as well. All right, and including the product manager. We're going to talk about the product manager too. All right, so but the product owner is the one that prioritizes, that says, okay, this is the one we'll do first. After this one, this is the one we'll do next. After that, we do this product next, and he prioritizes it. All right, and then he bridges the business needs and technical delivery. Okay, so he's always making sure we meet timelines, also making sure that we manage stakeholders' expectation, keeping them informed on everything. So if you're someone that, you like to organize things, you like to plan how things should go. It could even be maybe you're an event planner, you have some event planning skills or attributes in you. Yeah, you like to plan events, plan parties, plan everything. Oh, you're just so good at planning things, putting things together, gathering people, making them do some work, and you just managing them. So maybe you've been an entrepreneur before. You've worked with vendors, you've worked with clients, you know how to put people together to get things done. These are some of the attributes that you should have as a successful product owner. All right, you should also have that business acumen as well, knowing that the products you want to build should definitely bring in some revenue for the organization. So yeah, you just see yourself as the CEO, the entrepreneur, the person that really wants to get that money in to make some more profit. And that takes me straight to the product manager role. All right. So a lot of people will say, well, I just saw product owner. Now I'm seeing product manager. What's it all about? Why do we have two product, and all? They're two different roles, but they work together to achieve a common goal, but they're two different roles. All right. So the product, did I talk about the salaries for the product owner? Let's go back to that. All right. For the product owner, we have UK average salary. Okay. And it's £55,000 to £75,000. Remember, it's average. It's average. All right. Is somebody telling me that this salary is too low? Is somebody saying that? Let me see your chats. What do you think about the salary? Maybe the salary is just too small for you. Maybe you're looking at £200. Is it? It's £100,000 rather. All right. Okay, so we have 55,000 to 75,000 pounds as the average salary. So product owners are well paid. It's a fantastic job role as well. And yeah, it takes a lot of, just imagine yourself being that person to make sure that products are being built properly on time and also pushed to the market to be sold. That's a lot of work, if I should say. But management really needs you, and it's an important role. So let's talk about product manager. So the product manager plans, monitors, and delivers projects on time and on budget. On time and on budget. Okay. Coordinates teams and manages risks, focuses on execution and stakeholder communication. All right. So let's take this flow. Just listen to my flow here so that you can understand the difference between a product manager and a product owner. So let's start from the management, the CEO, the managers. They do want to make profit. So let's say they're having a meeting in the boardroom to say, okay, this financial year, how are we going to increase our revenue, make more money in this upcoming financial year? We have competitions. We are into e-commerce. But yeah, we want to expand. We want to explore. We want to have more features that will make us more money. Okay. They invite the product manager and they say, product manager, we need to have a new product line or improve on our current product so that we can make more profits. So it's the job of the product manager to either, think of new products, or even the management can actually say, oh, let's venture into, savings or something, or mortgaging or something, and then the product manager can pick up that idea and now flesh it out. So the job of the product manager here is to go and do all of that research. You want to do customer research. You want to know what customers are really crying out for. You want to know the pain points of the customers in using your competition. Let's say we're into e-commerce. You want to understand the pain point people are having while using Amazon, while using AliExpress, while using Temu. You want to know how you can then bring your own product and make it better so that when your product rolls out is going to compete and even succeed over the competition because you have got it right this time. All right. So yeah, so you do all the planning, all the monitoring, all the market values, everything. Also knowing the right time to push out a product. There are some times that if you push out a product too fast, you're going to bring it out when people are not ready for it yet. All right. If you bring it out too late, somebody else has been there before you to get the minds and the love of the customers. So it's the product manager that also does all of this. There's a lot of juggling, there's a lot of decision making to be made as well. So you need to be someone that you're really good. Same thing with the product owner role. You're really good with planning. You're really good with doing research. Doing research, all right. You're someone that you can also think deeply, critical thinker. You can also sketch your ideas on paper and pencil. Sometimes I just go on my whiteboard, very big whiteboard with my marker, and I'm sketching my ideas. So what am I sketching? I'm sketching, oh, this is how the landing page should look like. This is how the buttons should look like. When users click on this is what should happen next. You're thinking about all of that and also looking at your competition. That is if a competition actually exists, because there are some products you would build that nobody has ever done it before. So for things like that, you really need to brainstorm. You really need to sit down to say, how should this work? Then we now have what we call usability tests and all of that, where you can bring about two designs and tell and invite just anyone to come and use it and see how they use it. And from their usage, you are taking notes to say, oh, okay, the user was finding it difficult to do this. The user also found it difficult to do that. And from there, you are able to come up with a fantastic product. All right. So yes, so average salary as well, 45,000 to 70,000 pounds. But can you see that the three roles we've spoken about so far have very similar average salary? That's the truth. Very similar, very similar. They all are critical roles. And as you can see, I have not mentioned anything about coding. Nothing, nothing. In fact, most of the skills you need for all of this are your soft skills. Communication is 100%. Communication skills, 100%. All right. Then a little bit about your business acumen, being able to manage people, work with people, being able to collaborate and have a synergy and sync with people to get things done. Those are like the main attributes there. All right. Now we have the UX UI designer also. All right. So the UX UI designer actually also works with the tech people to bring their ideas to life. Okay. So, like, say, for instance, I'm the product manager where I'm sketching all those things. Oh, I want the product to be like this. I want the product to be like that. I can then go ahead to work with a UX UI designer to say, this is my idea. This is what I'm thinking. Design something for me so that I can go and show it to management to show them how the product is going to look like and how the product is going to work. All right. So the UX UI designer for UX, it focuses on the user journey and experience. User journey and experience. When I click this should happen. This should show. Do I want a pop-up? Do I want a slide? Do I want this? Things like that. User experience. I want to make sure that the buttons are visible. I don't want the user to click like 10 pages before he gets to where he's going. I want to make it seamless so that the customer is not lost. All right, that's what user experience is, and it's connoted as UX. Then we have UI, which is user interface. It designs the interface, the layout, the the buttons, the visuals. The UI is all about the look and feel. All right. So when you hear look and feel, that's the user interface. And you would know that user interface is quite important. Oh, I know a lot of people here. If you love to criticize, I could also be in that boat where I go to a website and I'm like, wow, what is this? The website is just screaming red, yellow, and so really everything is just clashing. You'd be like, oh, no, this is even hurting my eyes right now. All right. But you just go to some websites and you just open it and you're just like, wow, this is beautiful. Wow, everything's just coming. They're just even giving you tips like, if you need to do this, click here. If you need to do that, click here. The user experience, the user interface, everything is working together. Okay, that's the job of a UX UI designer. So they work with the product team to make sure the developers also have a picture of what they should deliver on. All right. You also give guidance to the developers so that they can see, to know that, oh, this is what we should do. All right. So the average salary for a UX, so the tools, tools, we have Figma, Adobe XD, and Sketch. All right. I've also been in the product space as well for quite a while, but I would say that even as a product manager, product owner as well, I kind of also use Figma, Adobe XD, Sketch for my job because it helps me to actually get things faster, better, and is a good one to have as an extra skill. So the average salary for a UX UI designer is 40,000 to 65,000 pounds. All right, 40,000 to 65,000. Fantastic role as well. No coding involved. No coding. The only thing that you will just be using here are just the tools like Figma, Adobe XD, and Sketch. Those are the tools. For product people, we do not really have a specific tool. What we do have are well, I'll say tools as well, but not specific. So we would be using things like Jira. Jira is also a web portal to help us plan our work and to get things done as well. Then we just have some models to do things, like usability testing, pain points, and some other things. This is not a product class, so I won't be going deep into all of that information. All right, but yeah, there are some certain things you should know for all of these roles. It's just like a football coach. There are some certain things a football coach should know before he can even become a football coach. Exactly. If you also want to say I'm a driver, there are some things you should know. You should know how to drive a car before you can call yourself a driver. All right. So same thing for all of these roles. There are some things that you need to learn, that you need to know to now say, yes, I am a Scrum Master. All right. All right, skills you already have. Okay, skills you already have. Communication, which I have mentioned. So these are just skills that, if you think about, really, you see that you actually fit into this role, sincerely. And I always tell people as well that your past experiences, whatever job you've done, business, career, they can all be translated into these roles. By the time I even take a look at your CV, I can tell you that, oh yeah, this is this, this is that, this is this is that. All right. So yes, they are valuable and they are transferable skills as well. So communication, problem solving, teamwork, organization, this transfer well into tech roles. All right. So one other thing, or some other roles that I would like to mention that are not captured on the slide is your project management. Project management as well is in top demand, is a fantastic role too, and is something you can venture into. Project managers earn well too, as well, and like 60,000 pounds and above. And all you need to do is just to manage projects. So you'll be using tools like Microsoft Project, Primavera, and things like that, which you can even also get from Marvin Schools of Interior Decor. They do all of those beautiful things, 3D and Microsoft Projects and Primavera, things like that as well. So yeah, so those are the things that project managers actually use to get their job done. So they just work with timelines. They work with resources, making sure that they have all the right resources to get the job done and to get it done on time within the time frame. Another role that I would like to mention is the business analyst role. How many of you have heard about business analysis? I know you have somehow. All right. So business analysis as well is just analyzing the business, analyzing profits, loss, how we've done last year, how we're doing this year, and how we can be better next year or next financial year. That's what the business analyst does, all right? Works with the entire team, studies the entire business, and sees how we can actually be better. But the reason why I would rather pick a product manager role over a business analyst role is a product manager can do a business analyst job and more. Yes, so the combination of business manager and product owner surpasses what the business analyst is going to be doing, because those two roles already do the job of a business analyst and even more. So I actually do prefer the product side than business analyst. Now, the thing is, if you are a product manager, you can also get jobs as a business analyst because you already do their job somehow. You understand, right? Yeah, so that's the good thing about that. Another role is your data analysis. But the thing about data analysis is, if you go deep, if you really want to go deep into data analysis, then you will start to see a little bit of coding, Python, all right? But data analysis uses just two main tools, or three. Number one, Excel. Number two, PowerPoint. Number three, Tableau. All right. So what data analysis does is you pick up some data and you turn it into meaningful information. So data that translates into meaningful information. That's what data analysis is all about. So you can then use Excel. You know, sometimes, I don't know if anyone has seen, when you have Excel, you have a table in Excel, maybe a classroom with boys and girls in a certain age. Then you now want to have a bar chart to say how many boys and how many girls are in this class. Then the bar chart shows you started doing data analysis already from there. All right. You've turned that into meaningful information. So whoever wants to use that information can say, yes, from this chart, we have 20 boys in this class and 20 girls in this class. Data analysis has started from there. All right. So those are the extra ones that I would like to talk about as well. All right. So how do you get started? This is like the most important page, apart from you understanding the various tech career paths you can go into. So first, you need to learn. You need to take a training. You need to join a boot camp. You need to not just take just any training, because I know a lot of people want to do things fast and take shortcuts and all. Some people will even say, I will just go and read by myself. Yes, it's good to read by yourself. But the thing is, there is nothing like you having a coach, a tutor that will guide you and give you all of that direction that you need. All right. So, yes, you need to learn. You need to learn, and you also need to study a lot. All right. Then, apart from you studying, you then need to take certifications. So you now need to go for all of those certifications, either career path you're taking. All of these career paths that we've mentioned here, they all have their certifications. All right. So you could also do some more research on that, and or you could just reach out to myself and we could have deeper discussions. Okay. Apart from that, then you now need to gather experience, build real life projects, or participate in simulations. And this is the part that a lot of people usually question me about, that, oh, how do I do this? How do I gain experience? I've never done this before. How do I transition? All right. So it's always good to have learning curves where they do have projects. So you enter into a class to study about a career path, but that class also has room for projects. So that you get to do that project. That project gives you experience where you now turn your knowledge into practicals. then you are going to build something, do something, gain some experience as well. Another thing is, as I said, your past work experience as well. Most of them are transferable to the role. So you just need a professional to review this with you. And, when you reach out to 100 Degrees Global, 100 Degrees Global as well handles all of this. They give you training, also give you practicals, also help you with the next point, which is optimize your CV and LinkedIn. 100 Degrees Global also does that for you and makes sure that you are spotlighted in the job market so that you can get that job. All right. So experience can be covered through that. Then, building a real life project that will help you and give you that leverage on your CV as well. All right. Then after that is done, you take a training, you take certification, you get into projects to gather experience, you optimize your CV and your LinkedIn and other job portals like Indeed, CV Library, and so on and so forth. Then the next thing is to start to apply smartly and you get mentorship, all right? And that mentorship is key, that even when you get a job, you still have a coach that will be there to answer any question you get on the job. And that's where 100 Degrees actually comes into play as well, all right? So let's go to the next slide. So we do have 50% training discounts, 100 Degrees Global, for anyone that is listening and is on this call. All right, 50%, a whooping 50% discount. So you might decide to take Scrum Master training, product owner training, product manager training, project manager training, even the UX UI design training. You would get a 50% discount. All right, so you could just send us a message or send a message to the host or send a message on the group chat. All right, and you would definitely be get a response. But yes, this 50% discount is for July 2025, so you have the whole of June to ask questions, do research, make up your mind on the career path you would like to venture into based on our discussions here. And once you've made up your mind, then do not hesitate to join the July cohort to get your 50% discount. That's half the price. All right. So do not miss this. Do not miss this. Remember, you can always reach out to ask more questions. And this is what 100 Degrees is all about. So 100 Degrees Global is a UK-based professional training and consulting company focused on empowering individuals and organizations with in-demand tech and business skills. The organization provides hands-on practical training and career support to help people break into and grow in tech roles, especially in product management, Scrum Mastery, project management, UX UI design, and other no-code tech careers. All right, and 100 Degrees has been in existence since 2010, so it's not just a new company; it's a company that has been there for years, doing great things since 2010. All right, so if you do want to reach out to me, you can reach me on Instagram. Just look for at the Oladipo Gbolahan. You will see me there as Coach Oladipo. You could also follow 100 Degrees Global on Instagram at 100 Degrees Global, and also check the website. That's www.100degreesglobal.com. If you do want to speak with a rep, you could call that number on the slide. And if you want to have a WhatsApp chat or a WhatsApp call for those that are not in the UK, you can also do a WhatsApp chat and WhatsApp call. And that's the number there as well. You could also go on our YouTube page, 100 Degrees Global, and you would see some helpful videos there that you could even start to prepare, some basics. There's a Scrum Master Foundation course. There's some things on product management. There's some things on project management, just to give you some understanding. So you could subscribe as well on 100 Degrees Global, because the team usually uploads new valuable learning videos that would really help you. All right, so let's help you build your tech career. No coding required. All right. Some people might be asking, so what's the duration? If I do want to do all of these things, let's go back some slides, where we discussed this, how to get started. How long can I achieve all of this? Well, I would say is left to you and how serious and how soon you want to do it. But if you start your training, let's say, for instance, you have your training, you have projects and everything, that's roughly 2 months, thereabout, roughly 2 months. Then your certification as well, you need to read and prepare for your certification as well. So you can even do it within your training, your projects and everything. Within that 2 months, you're also reading for your exams, so you can also have that as well. You get your CV optimized and you start to apply. So I would say to achieve all of this on the screen, you would need 2 to 3 months, max 4 months to get everything in perspective. 2 to 4 months to get everything into perspective. And even within that 2 to 4 months, yes, you could have even gotten a job already. Yes. All right. So that's like the timelines, if I should help you. But as I said, it depends on you. I've seen some people, even before the ending of the trainings, they've gotten a job already. And I've seen some people, because they've not given 100% into it, they're still, life happens. I know. You still have your current job that you're doing. You still have family. So timelines and all, you don't really have that luxury of time with you. So you're just doing everything at your pace. So it can take a little bit longer. But if you put all your efforts into it, 2, 3, 4 months, you're good to go. You can attain that position to say, yes, I'm a Scrum Master. Yes, I'm a product manager or product owner. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. It's been wonderful being on this session. It's been really lovely. Do drop your questions on the chat and we'll be ready to respond. I hope it has been worthwhile and I hope you had a fantastic time. And I hope you've learned something. Thank you once again. And this is me signing out. Have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.
We are just people, not made of steel, not superheroes, defenseless in the face of grief. We all have nightmares, and sometimes these nightmares come true. We desperately need support, something absolute, stable, that will never let you down. Hope that can give strength in the most hopeless situation. And the world has this hope. I have this hope. Jesus Christ. He found me in need, despair, with problems, when nobody cared for me. He believed in me when others were ready to abandon me. He healed the pain in my heart, took away fear and insecurity. He saved me, forgave all my sins, and gave me eternal life. And now, when everything collapses, I know He will help me. He will rescue me. He will protect me. He will wipe my tears. He loved me so much that he died for me. That is why I have hope. We are just people. not made of steel, not superheroes. Defenseless in the face of grief. We all have nightmares, and sometimes these nightmares come true. We desperately need support, something absolute, stable, that will never let you down. Hope that can give strength in the most hopeless situation. And the world has this hope. I have this hope. Jesus Christ. He found me in need, despair, with problems, when nobody cared for me. He believed in me when others were ready to abandon me. He healed the pain in my heart, took away fear and insecurity. He saved me, forgave all my sins, and gave me eternal life. And now, when everything collapses, I know He will help me. He will rescue me. He will protect me. He will wipe my tears. He loved me so much that He died for me. That is why I have hope.